We're live.
Yay.
Okay, just checking. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the Something Scary fan hour. Yeah, it always takes a sec.
Okay.
Do you want to say hi to some of these people?
Yeah.
You see it? It's too small.
Sorry, bro. Hi. Oh, there's a lot of people. Call me 11. There's a lot.
There we go.
Oh, thank you. Bigger font. Oh, yay. There's a lot of people.
Ooh. Alex.
Hello, Courtney the loser.
Claymore.
Said hi, Markeia. And spelled my name right, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. I guess that would be the first question that I'm going to answer. How to spell my name. There were
right there on the screen.
There were a great many people. I appreciate the tries, though. Yeah. For anybody that that is just listening to this, it's Markeia. Markeia. So yeah, that's how you spell my name. But thank you for all the tries.
What's the most interesting way somebody has spelled your name?
Wow, there were a number of interesting spellings on the video debut for our Something Scary. A number of different ones. I think the most interesting was like a Marquya. I can kind of see that.
Yeah.
Markeia.
Yeah.
You know?
I can see like where their mind was at.
I saw a couple there. And the second big thing was my hair. Thank you. I do it myself. So this is called Passion Twists. You can actually find it on a number of YouTube videos. The way that I did it, I watched a whole bunch of them, like a conglomeration of just like different YouTube tutorials. Sorry, I don't know the names of the people, but I did it for the Lion King premiere. I was going to that was like a couple of months ago, and then I just really liked how it worked. I did like the different colors, and I've been having fun redoing that ever since. So I'm glad everybody has such a strong reaction to my hair. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, and thank you for doing this fan hour.
Oh my God, yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to do this to let you guys get to know Markeia a little bit better, and also just sort of explain the changes that are happening with the show and the channel, just so everybody's on the same page. So basically, for the past couple of months, I've been a little bit burnt out and trying to find ways to lessen my involvement with the show, but I still
have done so much. Yeah. You're literally when you came to me and talked about it, and I was like, wow, because you were doing animation, story editing, writing, culling all of the stories, along with hosting and voiceover,
and
you did that, and video editing,
and the music,
and that was like 4 solid 80+ episodes. Wow. I wish you had my number before now. So you could do what you're, doing now, which is, being the power behind the show, being able to so those that, Sapphire is a executive producer and is doing like powerhouse boss lady behind the camera. So, yeah, this is my boss. Hello. She hired me, kind of a thing. Wouldn't be here without, this one. So, yeah. I mean, it's practically like you scouted me. And I was like, yeah.
I was referred to you by one of our mutual friends. And if you guys know who Whitney Moore is, she's awesome too. And I'm so happy that she recommended you. Your audition stood out among all the other people's. And you just exude the same energy of the show that I want to continue. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. And I know I've mentioned this before on a previous podcast, but when you said that you were a Virgo, I was like, that makes sense.
Virgos, I'm just saying.
Yes.
And I know we're in we're approaching Libra season now,
yes.
But still Virgos.
Yeah, shout out to all the Virgos in the chat. I have not been picked. Oh, we have. Whoa!
Whoa! Hey!
$99.99
from Nidnar.
Oh, you can write here.
Yeah. Nidnarb and stuff. What is a dog?
A dog is whatever you want it to be.
A dog is a grown-up puppy.
I have 2. They're in the other room, but they're very annoying. That's why they're not here.
I don't have any. Oh,
do you want one?
Yes. I wish. I need to move somewhere where I can have pets. That's the next thing on the itinerary. Oh.
A dog-friendly apartment.
Yes. Or
what kind of
cat-friendly.
Oh, either or?
Either or, but...
What is your favorite breed of dog, if you have one?
Oh, okay. I loved long-haired collies, like Lassie. I had one as a kid.
Oh,
she was adorable. But I think I might want how do you say this? A dachshund?
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 I don't know
the hot dog dogs.
Yeah, wiener dogs.
Yeah, the wiener dogs. Apparently, they take really well to apartment spaces.
Oh, okay.
And they're just like very congenial and easy to train and just like full of spirit. So I actually want two. I want the wiener dog and a pug. I love the little smush faces.
Yeah. Have you seen pugs before they bred them to look like that?
No.
Okay, fun fact, pugs were not originally flat-faced.
Okay.
They were bred like that over the years because of like the kennel club's rules. I don't know the reasoning why, but like that's why they have all these issues with breathing because like their faces aren't supposed to be like that.
Oh no.
Isn't
My poor little pug babies.
I know.
I'm just gonna have to make sure I get one so then I can just give it all the love.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry to bum everyone out.
I'm going to have to pet your puppies.
That can be arranged.
Okay. It's a done deal.
So that is what a dog is.
Yes. Thank you for the question.
And thank you for the nearly $100 super chat. That's
yes.
one of the highest we've ever gotten. One time, we got a $500 super chat. Wow. I don't know what happened to that person.
It was kind of like, here's some money, smoke bomb.
Yeah, and then it was like, where did they go? I don't know. We have another super chat.
Oh, okay.
You want to read that one?
This is from Bribble the Cat. $2. Bro, your stories are amazing. Oh, and like capital letters. Awesome, bro. Thank you, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, the stories are amazing. Like the stories that I've up to this point, because right now I've been doing the podcast for a couple of weeks, and then you saw the video debut of mine that just dropped yesterday, and yeah, I've started to do more of like story editing and everything with it, and the stories that y'all send in are inspired. A lot of things are from live events, like true crime, true events. Awesome. That's the sweet spot for me, definitely. And yeah, y'all are extremely creative. Like we punch it up a bit for the podcast or for the video podcast. But wow, yeah, I love how imaginative
I know
the Snarled audience is.
Something that I will say is that actually, wait, let's get a little. We look a little far.
Do we look
far away? Yeah.
Okay.
There's a giant gap. So before we created the Something Scary at Snarled.com email, but by the way, right there, if you guys want to submit a story, this is where you send it to. I get lots of messages asking where to send it. You send it here.
There it is.
This is where you send it. But before we had that, I actually told people to DM me on Instagram, which I realized very quickly was a bad idea. But what I loved about it was I was immediately able to respond to everyone and ask follow-up questions. And like some of those early episodes, like there's still some that like kind of shake me to my core. Because like when you can like respond to somebody about their story like in real time, to me it feels more real. I'm like, why would you lie? You know what I mean? Like, why would you lie to me about this right now? But like there's a couple where I still shake from. Like I don't know if you've watched some of the older ones, but there was one where this girl,
I went on a binge.
Rosalita, do you remember that one?
Oh, I must miss that one.
Okay, if you ever get a second, watch that one, because that was a girl who messaged me on Instagram and has sent me follow-up emails like after I posted that story being like, Rosalita is still talking to me and like trying to take over my soul, and I'm just like, what?
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna find that one.
It's a good one.
Oh, nice.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
There's a couple super chats.
Yes.
There's...
Okay, so Megan Dowd, are you going to make more animated shorts like the Filipino one that came out in February? I love this channel and I love you guys. So many exclamation points. Awesome. Okay.
I would love to. That is a goal. No,
I think I got a little bit.
I know. I'm trying to like...
Maybe we should...
Just like... Full, look at this fully white.
That's
my face now. Just
I
no features.
Oh no, you're a ghost. She was a ghost on a log.
This is my final form, guys. Oh, can I just do the stream like this. I love it, actually.
It's like this. Your aura is coming out of your face. Ooh. Okay, and I'm sorry if I pronounced this wrong. Higao Akuni, and I also saw in the chat you were saying you just wanted to say that I was doing a good job. Thank you. Thank you a lot. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it might have been a little bit misleading for the description on the video that dropped yesterday. I'm a first timer for doing the video for Something Scary. I do have a video that is on Snarled, like from a couple of years ago, that you can do. So it wasn't a first time for Snarled altogether. And then as far as voiceover and storytelling go, I've actually been doing that for most of my life. I'm a military brat, and I have jumped around to different bases, mainly in Europe. My mom was in the Navy. She's retired now. And along with that, for each of the bases, I would end up somehow, I guess there was word of mouth or something, whenever there are things like opening ceremonies or any kind of thing that the military needed done with one of the kids, I would be on the lineup for that. So I'd be doing spoken word, or I'd be doing poetry written by other people, or I would write it for events or like opening for, leaders and everything like that. That's something I started with as a kid. I'm an actor. I'm a theater major from University of Florida. Go Gators.
Gotta add that is in. Your mascot?
That's
amazing.
Because it's Florida. Come on.
It's just like so obvious that I refuse to believe that that's real.
Yeah, no, that's a real thing.
Wow, all right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No. So with things like voiceover and acting, and I am a host, you can see me on, I'm busy on things like Nerdist, Geek and Sundry as an RPG player. I'm also going to be on QE Times doing some horror over there. QE Times, it's like a streaming company. It's
QE?
Yeah, they're new. So when I was approached with it, I was like, oh wow, this is, because genuinely I love doing projects with like genuinely like happy and invested people, and that is totally QE Times. Like they already have day jobs, and they're like, you know what, we really want to share all of these lesser known RPG games with everybody, so we're going to build a studio in our house, and we're going to have this happen.
Oh my god,
how cute. So yeah, and I'm that's actually going to start. We're starting a game called Geist, and that's going to be starting October 18th. I guess I should have plugged that at the end though, so that everybody would remember. But yeah, for other things, if you know the channel AOK, they do a lot of animation. I'm your final form is just like, you make me want to move with you. AOK channel, I've been involved with like a number of things there where I would do like a villain character, like kind of a thing, campy stuff in their Edgelord series. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of things voiceover wise and everything. Yeah, it is exactly how it sounds.
I think Edgelord is like one of my favorite descriptors of anything, because I don't fully know what it is, but I feel like I do.
Doesn't it just kind of have that? It's like an adjective all in of itself. It's kind of like how Samuel L. Jackson is an adjective and also a proper noun.
That's true.
Okay, but getting back to, so Sweet Potato Shea. Oh, I said shea butter. I like that. Hello and thank you. Rose Petals, what's the scariest story in your opinion? Ooh, the ones that are absolutely true.
So, do you mean like
100% true? I have some scary stories in my family that I know for a fact are 100% true, and it's scary, but it's so scary that you have to compartmentalize it. So you have to normalize it in your head just so that you don't freeze just thinking about it. Oh,
can I add something? This is another reason why I'm so happy that you are part of the Something Scary family, because the show originated because of my family stories. Like, everyone in my family has a cool ghost story, and I grew up listening to them, becoming obsessed with them, and then I was like, I gotta know everything. And so to me, it was really important to find somebody who also has like this history of the paranormal running like in their family. Also, what was the other thing I wanted to mention? Okay, so you mentioned how, like, it's so terrifying that you have to, like, in order to stay sane, you have to compartmentalize it.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
like, I have personally never... Spoiler alert, I've never had a paranormal experience, but, like, I fully 100% believe that they are real. Like, I believe when people tell me these stories. Mm-hmm. And I remember there was one time, this is such a tangent, one time I, like, posted an image of my new Ouija board on Instagram, and I was, like, gonna mess around with this tonight, like, as, like, a joke, and then this girl messaged me, like, privately, and was like, hey, just so you know, like, you probably shouldn't mess around with it, because, like, I have these really bad experiences. And I was like, oh, like, what happened? And she was just like, it's too, like, personal to share, but just, like, be really careful. And to me, I'm like, so many people tell me that. Like, a lot of people in my family are super Catholic, so they're like, don't mess with that stuff. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, I still haven't heard anything, like, detailed as to what exactly happens, which is, because it's like, I understand that something can be so personal, but at the same time I'm like, but it doesn't feel real to me until I know what you mean. Like, what do you think is gonna happen to me? I know, like, I just, like, I don't even know what I just opened.
Yeah. I guess for me, because I 100% believe, because it's something that happens, you know, is that when you also talk about it a lot where it's personal, it, like, kind of opens a door in your head to then bring more of that, or of that, like, to you. So, you know, you kind of just don't want to be in that situation sometimes, because you still have to live life and, you know, go to work, you know, and all other stuff, and have, you know, enough emotional bandwidth to do your projects. So then also having that, you know, coming in while you're trying to sleep, for instance, is not necessarily the thing that you want to do on a daily basis. So that's why it's you know, for people that are sensitive to things like that, or sensitive to energy, whether it be positive or negative energy being directed towards them, it's easier to just be like, well, you know, I gotta put this wall up now, because, you know, I still have to exist behind this kind of a thing. Or even not so much a wall, so much as a filter. Yeah, so your filter is just thicker, you know, you know, kind of a thing. You might not realize how many things have actually, and that's a very real possibility. You know?
I just didn't realize that.
Exactly. And then also, you know, life can be very long. Who knows what next week might bring for you.
That's true.
Okay. La Llorona. Oh, did you like the movie? I think you probably did, if you have that.
Did you watch it?
I did not have a chance to.
I didn't get a chance to either.
I didn't have a chance to. I missed the screening for it. Oh, I'm also a journalist for things, so I do, like, movie stuff, like I do nerd stuff, movies, comic books, wrestling, and a bunch of things. She does it all. I stay busy. I have a lot of fandoms that I enjoy talking about and doing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
wait,
Rose Petals did twice. Okay. What's the scariest story you have ever told? Well, you said about Rosalita before, so I think that pretty much answers that particular question. And then is it Maliha? LPS? It might be Malha. So hopefully I got that right. Thank you and hello. So there's a number of things that I enjoy, like anime, for instance. I'm more of an older school anime kind of a person with things. I'm trying to get more involved with newer anime. Like, I don't know how new, for instance, Food Wars, I think that's what it's called. A bunch of my friends have recommended that to me.
Was it Whitney? She also recommended it to me too.
Okay. Okay. She wasn't the only one. It was her Joe Starr. He works with Screen Junkies. I worked with him a few times. And he recommended Food Wars. And it's just basically, you know what? You can Google that. I'm not gonna Food Wars. I'm not gonna go into more stuff with like that. So I mean, I guess there are any more super chat things. I was going to make this into probably an IGTV thing, but this works as well. I've had a couple of people DM me some questions that I on Instagram, and I wanted to go ahead and say about that. And also, thank you for all the comments that y'all have been DMing me. I mean, these have been really nice. Thank you. And thank you for the people that have been giving me a warm welcome. It's always weird to be, I guess, the new kid in school, or like the new person on the job, because you don't know how, you hope that everybody will be nice to you because you try to be nice to other people when you start something, and it can be weird or kind of disheartening if people aren't as warm to you as you would hope that people would be. So I very much appreciate the people that have been pretty awesome towards me. It is appreciated. And yes, I do read the comments. Because, yeah, I mean, we're human. We're all human together.
Honestly, I feel like the Snarled community, even like when Snarled started, the fans have always been just like, in general, very kind. Yeah, like in comparison to a lot of other channels. So yay, you guys.
Yeah, that was one of the points that Sapphire would bring up to me, where it's like, because most of my work is like, yes, a lot of it is on YouTube, and if you see my Twitter, that's probably where I'm the most active, but I'm trying to get more active on Instagram. But most of my stuff has been behind a paywall, like subscription services, and then now I'm like transitioning into just stuff that's with everybody. So, but yeah, I think I found, okay. So on Instagram, they DM'd me, lowkey_Chrissy, Michelle Christina. I won't get into too much detail with like what was covered, but the question was asked, they're having a hard time clearing their head and also tapping into their energies, sometimes picking up negative energy or bad spirits rather quickly, and they were interested in how it is that I do my readings. This is on the original video that we did where Sapphire was introducing me. It's on the Snarled. Yeah, I think that we did that like maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I talked about how I do personal readings for friends, kind of a thing, and how I would, clear my head and the space either between people or before and after. Sage, white sage, definitely you want to smudge your space to just clear energy out. We also bring energy with us into places. So for instance, if you want to clear the space with that and then clear it after you're done, I think that helps a lot. If you can see right here, I have black tourmaline, and I also carry bronzite with me. And this helps with negative energies. It pretty much like captures them in and like just filters out the positivity instead. And then you do have to cleanse this though. So you can cleanse it in the full moon or with sea salt. There's different ways. I do recommend, Googling with that. I carry kyanite with me, which does not need to be cleansed, and that's all about balancing out your chakras. And there's also, I mispronounced this one. I think it's called hematite, and it's it's kind of like a blocker. it depending on how active of a day or like energies, then it helps with calming things down, so you can like go into dreamland. So, and a number of other things. Orange calcite is pretty good. Tiger's eye is good with any spiky emotions like depression or stuff like that. So I could actually talk about crystals a lot, but I'm sure there's other things that we want to talk about.
I mean, I could listen to it all day.
But yeah, low-key Chrissy, I did see the DM, and thank you for that question. So hopefully that helps you and some other people. So, and then yeah, a lot of you still like my hair. Thank you. I really. Okay. Here's one from Austin_Shock. What other shows online can I catch you on? I think I covered that before when I said Nerdist. I just did Collider Heroes. I don't normally get a chance to do that though because of the filming schedule, but that is up on my Twitter if you want to check that out. I just said I'm going to be doing Geist with QE Times every Sunday except for this Sunday because it's New York Comic Con. I do an RPG called Tempting Fate, and we do different RPGs every Sunday, and that starts at 5 p.m. PT. It is a live game that's like 3 hours, and you can affect the game by donating dollars and everything.
Oh,
like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like tiers that can be unlocked. Like For instance, last week we did an X-Files episode.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and people unlocked we had to become Muppets. So it was an X-Files Muppet episode.
That's awesome.
It was really cool. Yeah. I don't know. Do we have any other questions? Because I think
more super chats.
Yeah. Oh, okay. This is a really good one. Cute lover _2. I believe their name is Tori. I love the narration and artwork for the new Something Scary video. It was amazing. But I have an important question. Which It movie is better? 1990 or 2017/2019? Why are you going to give us the hard questions? Okay. You don't know how difficult that is. You don't know how difficult that is. How dare you? How dare? That is an awesome question. I'm going to do a pro-con thing.
Okay.
Okay. The original classic. Yes, it is at this point super retro, but
that's the charm of it.
yeah, right? It's the charm. And I do really enjoy how it follows the book. If you haven't read, it is like about this big. If you haven't read the book, I do recommend. There's a lot of things in there that just are not safe for movies. Not safe for the movie rating. Yeah. How did you feel like with... Because I would say It Chapter 1 and 2, they were... I enjoyed. Those were bomb for me.
I did enjoy them. I think I liked the first chapter a lot better than the second. Mm-hmm. Just personally, I feel like the second chapter felt like kind of repetitive in a way. It was like, all right, we're going to follow this adult, and now we see something crazy happen to them. Cool, now let's follow this next kid. And you know what I mean? Like, kind of felt like that, where I was like, okay.
Wanted to switch up the story.
Yeah, and we're just like, all right, let's move this along. I mean, I still enjoyed it, but I feel like both movies are so different that comparing them is a little bit, like, weird to me. Especially just because Pennywise is so different in both, but they're both creepy in very different ways. I mean, like, I don't know if you remember, like, walking down the aisle of Blockbuster and then seeing, like, the It VHS cover and just being like, like, to me that was, like, the creepiest thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But good question.
It is a really good question. It's like a thinker. I really liked a lot of It Chapter 2. But, well, I feel like I would rewatch the classic more.
Okay.
It just... So I guess for thinking of it like that,
yeah,
I would have to do it like
rewatchability is important.
Yeah.
Because if you never want to see a movie again, then it's like, okay, well, that's that.
So yeah, I think I saw it a couple of times. I guess a bunch of people.
A good one.
Oh, okay. Kennedy Justice. What's your biggest fear? My biggest fear is saying my biggest fear publicly. Because
do you have like a public one that you can say?
Because then someone will use it against me in some way.
That is actually really true.
So many movies have done that.
No.
Yeah.
I did see another question that I liked. Oh.
Okay. I did see a couple of times that maybe it was people that were just coming in, but they were like, why weren't you doing videos anymore? So maybe we wanted to reiterate.
Yeah, so like I said at the top, I've been doing this for a while, since December of 2016. I've loved it. I did a lot of work on this show, and therefore it has burnt me out. So I still love the show, and so I want it to continue, which is why I brought on Markeia to handle the weekly hosting on the video and the podcast, so the show can continue. She can continue telling you your awesome stories, while I do more of behind the scenes type of stuff, like overseeing writing and like the video aspect, that kind of thing, because that's more of in line with what I want to be doing anyway. A lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but like before I did this show, like I worked in animation, and so I kind of want to go back to that. But yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is my boss. This is the person that found me and hired me. So.
And you are amazing. I'm so happy you're here.
Thank you. I really do enjoy it. I love storytelling in general. And then just horror stories. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm so glad that my dad and I bonded over that, like when I was 8. And then, off to the races for everything horror. Yeah, I did see a question about what is your favorite app that you use on your phone? I guess I use Twitter a lot. I guess I like scrolling through that kind of a thing. But I mean, if you mean like
just in general,
like mobile gaming, maybe. I'm a little bit. What's the term? Otome obsessed. It's like OTOME obsessed. It's like these little romantic games where it's like they're vampires and it's
cute.
like I have to woo them.
Like dating sims.
I guess is it a dating sim? Oh wow, it might be. But no, so it's like those are fun and those are like quick. You like read like 5 chapters and you're done for the day. I was like, cool. So I mean, I think I do that a lot, as in for me personally, and not for business, because I'm constantly on my phone for everything. Discord.
Does it ever like
Slack.
drive you insane?
Sometimes I want to throw my phone out of a window because it would be like, hey, you need to do what other people do. What do other people do besides being on their phone all the time working? This is why I go to Burning Man every year, because you are forced to just be away from technology, and you can't have you could have your phone if you want. It's not going to work.
Right.
So, yeah. Okay.
Someone did ask a question I'd like to... Sorry, I forgot the username, but who's your favorite horror character?
Ever? Wow.
If you had to pick.
If I had to pick, like right here on the spot.
I don't know if I have one. Let me think.
That is a little bit difficult, because I'll say an answer now, and then I will totally rethink that later and be like, I wish that I had said this. But I'll go ahead and say Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Because I love the concept.
Mm-hmm.
I love the concept. I love
it's
the
perfect.
Literally, someone who kills you in your sleep.
Like you can't. Everyone has to sleep.
Yeah.
That's what's. It's genius. Yeah.
It's genius. It's simple.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is window dressing for me. I guess the next scary monster villain that I would really like is the monster from It Follows. Because not only do you go into that trope of, sexual attraction and what can come from that, kind of a thing, but you also literally have this demonic entity that it doesn't run. It doesn't need to run, because guess what? You need to stop and sleep. And it will just walk up behind you.
Yeah.
And those that haven't seen It Follows are of age to see it, then I recommend it.
It's real good.
Yeah.
If I had to pick one, I don't know if this counts, but I feel like Hannibal Lecter might be one of my favorite horror villains, just because I love that, like, the contrast between this guy who is so intelligent and socially adjusted that he's able to totally fool all these people that he's a cannibal. Like, I love that. Also, the series is amazing. Did you ever watch the series with Michael?
Yes.
I forget his name.
I made the mistake of binging the series.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
But
it really is.
I would get hungry during the scenes where he was cooking the people, and I was like, oh no, this is bad.
I get hungry during iZombie when she's literally, it's literally brains, and they show you it's brains, and I'm like, oh man, that would be really good.
And they make it look good.
They make it look good.
It's like, look into this. All right.
A lot of people are saying their own's like, oh, I love Carrie.
Oh, Carrie. Carrie and I have the
Carrie's a
same
good one.
birthday, because I have the same birthday as Stephen King. And that's also
what do you think of Child's Play? Which one? There's so many. There's a lot of...
The first one's a classic.
First one is a classic. I mean, think about it. You have a dude runs into a toy store. And then he's just like, oh, I'm dying. I'm going to call on the devil. Or whatever. It's like, call on you, and I'm going to infuse my, as criminals are wont to do. Infuse my soul with this Chucky doll I shall return.
It's such a ridiculous movie, but, like, I love it. Also, like, I have kind of a childhood history with Chucky, just because, like, I hated dolls, and my uncle he had this, like, Child's Play poster, and he would like chase us around the house like with it just to torment us, and I'm just like,
oh my god.
Yeah, so Chucky has a weird place in my heart because now as an adult I'm like, it's funny, but like back
is it though? Is it? I mean, it's a little funny, but it's like, I love how you just spilled the tea on your uncle.
Tito Gabi, I'll never forget.
Man, I will say that movies like Child's Play and Toy Story really had me respect my toys as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, I'm not gonna. Here you go, back on the shelf, because we're nice to each other.
I used to, wow, this is so embarrassing. I was really obsessed with, remember Pachaco from Sanrio?
Oh, wow. No.
The way you're like, wow.
No, that just like connected a synapse for me. I was like, I do remember.
It's a throwback. But I was so obsessed that I had like a Pachaco doll, and then I had all these like other versions of him. Mm-hmm. But like crazy little me, I was convinced that like if I didn't take turns like sleeping with the different ones in my bed, then they would like get mad. So I straight up made a schedule that was like, Monday I'm sleeping with this one. So I would like rotate like who gets to sleep in the bed with me.
I love this so much. No, because you know what? For me, it makes total sense because Virgos.
I know.
We have a sleep schedule with the possibly evil toys, so they don't get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, and I didn't want to make them mad. I think this has to do with like animism, just like the belief that like inanimate objects all have souls. I feel like it kind of carries into our toys. We're just like everything has a soul.
Yeah, it's like anthropomorphic animals or just everything like that. Oh, please make more Japanese legends, please. Oh, yeah, okay. We'll look out for that. Yeah.
Those always do the best, just FYI.
Yeah?
So if you know of any we haven't done,
yeah, totally look out for that. And thank you for this one for David's Carol Markeia. How did you feel while recording the last story time? Do they mean like the podcast?
I know, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Is it the last video?
They might mean the last video.
Yeah.
I noticed it because you spelled my name right. So it's like Markeia for those just joining us.
It's right there.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I'm opposite.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah. Well, for each of the audio podcasts that you've heard, I bring my crystals with me while I'm doing it to like tune into different ways. I don't know. I feel like it helps bring energy and a warmth while I'm doing it that I feel translates, you know. But I definitely set things up for myself. I have like a definite mindset before I enter into doing it. In fact, I'm going to be doing another one today after we're finished with this here. And yeah, I like getting into the mind space of where, because these are real. Whether something believes that it's completely a figment of their imagination, I feel like it's something that's been buried deep inside that then comes out and translates in a different way. Mm-hmm. So it's another reason that attracted me to your project, actually. And it's because, all of these stories inspired by this person, but it's like these feel like something for everybody.
Yeah. No, totally.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like, the light is moving, so I'm trying to... That's good. Someone keeps asking, Wild Dog Sage, do you like Art the Clown?
Why don't I know this?
It's from The Terrifier.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed that one.
It was on Netflix. I watched maybe 15 minutes of it before I was like, nope. I didn't like it, but
it's on Netflix?
Yeah. So
I love Netflix recommendations, by the way. If y'all, I do watch a lot of Netflix, and I just missed this one. And does Markeia have a YouTube channel? Okay, that's from A&A Pull Up Productions. Technically, I do. I mean, it's my name, Markeia McCarty. I don't have it up there as one of my socials because literally I just use it to view other people's videos and stuff. I mean, I have a list on there of videos and skits that I'm in, so whenever I remember to do it, I will add to that list of, things that I've done that week in case anybody is interested in it. But primarily, I tend to do, like with this, where it's already a bigger company, and then I'm just on it. So, I mean, maybe
more
one
of a
day.
resume kind of.
Yeah.
Where you just like add.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Use it more for like, oh, do you
Hosting
want me to
reels.
hosting reel and all that other stuff. So.
Are you active on Twitch?
I'm starting to be.
Okay.
I just changed my name from Darth Thin Mints, which I loved, to Darth Markeia because none of my live stream shows realized that it was me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take the guesswork out of this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am gonna be more active on my personal Twitch, though I've always been active on other people's, like Geek and Sundries or Saving Throw Show. Doing a lot actually.
What kind of stuff do you think you're gonna be streaming? Like
games? For games, I like playing niche games. Like I'm a classic console gamer. In fact, I did this thing for All Def Digital. I think you can still see it. It's on their Facebook page for Facebook Watch, where my office at DC Daily, where it's like I just turned it into a vintage game room. So yeah, and I play a lot of things like that. So that's more difficult for me to do on something like Twitch. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of remastered games that might do that. So like probably I would be the person that you would go to where it's just I'm doing Grim Fandango.
Love that
Isn't
game.
that great? It's
that
a
just like took me back.
fantastic game. Yeah.
I've been meaning I wanted to replay that game.
It's an amazing game and it's remastered, kind of a thing. So yeah, I would do. I'm a RPG story driven type of a person. A lot of single player. I've played Fortnite and I've done it for other channels. I basically just yell at the screen with that. I actually went on this. I actually went on this one channel where they hooked up a wrist watch. I think it was a Fitbit or something where it took your pulse while you were doing, and then while I was playing the game, it was like, and they were like, "Oh God, is she okay?" And I'm like, "I'm fine."
That's a stressful game, especially like when you're not very good at it. I played it a couple times and I was just getting frustrated because everyone is just better at it, and it's like, okay, what's the point? This is why I don't play social games. I like games where it's just me, and then I can just run around, and then I'm good.
Love that. What kind of things do you do on your Twitch channel? I haven't seen it. Ooh. Is it all right? Is it good? Mm-hmm. Oh, is it you in the light again?
Oh, yeah. It was like in my eyes.
Oh. Okay, how long are you going to be on Snarled? Well, they hired me to be here. This was back at ya, Buckaroo. Yeah. No, it's like I work here now.
Yeah.
So, while Boss Lady's doing her boss behind the camera stuff and doing paranormal on camera.
Yeah. Paranormal caught on camera.
Paranormal caught on camera. Then, yeah, I mean, I work here.
I know. Why y'all so cool? I don't know about that.
Diaz, ZZ.
I know a lot of these questions are like kind of just variations of other questions. Like, what's your worst phobia? What's your favorite true horror story? What's the most scary thing you've ever seen?
Oh.
That's a good one.
Ooh. Well, I mean, we can... Like, Scary's relative.
Right.
So I don't think that
I'm just
necessarily a supernatural stuff.
Right.
It can also be, like, scary.
I'm like trying to think, like, I don't know.
That might
I've
be
had a very easy life, guys.
I might be a thinker. Oh, hey, Courtney the Loser. I love your name, too. It's spelled with a K. Because I spelled my name right. So I'm like, it jumps
you just
out
like
at me.
Zero in on
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's my name.
That's really funny. Actually, maybe that happens with me, too. Because, like, a lot of people spell it with just, like, one P. Mm-hmm. I think, like, the funniest spelling was, like, Zaphyr or something. And I was like,
wow.
That's creative. That's a stretch.
Yeah. I guess it's like when you have a more creative name. I don't know, like, a way to say it, a less mainstream name. Like, something that you don't find in a mug when you go to, like, Disneyland and Disney World, then whenever you actually see that and it's not you writing it, and it's like, oh wait, what? That's me.
Yeah.
You know? So
that's true. But like my name is also a word. So like I actually no, that's true. Like whenever I see it or like hear it out of context of my name, it does like catch my eye, or I'm like, oh.
Man. I know. One question that I did see, and I'm sorry, I forget the username with it, but it was a really good one. They brought up the question of, would I be calling the audience Oddings, or would they, you know? And I personally believe that that's a thing between y'all and Sapphire. I mean, I call y'all my dark darlings.
I love that. That's cute.
Because that's how I feel for you. It's like we're on this together, and it's kind of precious to me to be able to share that experience with, you know, this just being able to breathe and just that trapped breath that we have together, and to me that's intimate in a way where it's like, oh, my dark darlings. So for me, that's who you are. Yeah. But we have some upcoming.
Oh my God, did we not mention this?
We did not. We have some upcoming events where you can see one or both of us, like both of us, next weekend.
That's already next weekend.
That's already next weekend. October 12th. Right now we will be at LA Comic-Con.
Woo!
That will be. Oh, I have all of the information for that.
October 12th at 10 a.m.
Oh.
Or 11 a.m.
Yeah, it's either 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. I haven't heard if 11 a.m. was confirmed yet, so it'll be in the morning.
It's in the morning. On the Saturday, tickets are relatively cheap. I think it's like $30 for a day, maybe? I mean, it's cheap if you live in LA.
Now people are spelling my name right, and I can't stop. It like
That's
looks.
cute.
That's really good. Rima Othman, Markeia.
We should call
your
him
Dark
Lord. I am your Dark Lord, Markeia. That's just like too silly.
Yeah, and then Sapphire's featured in a story at Creep LA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me explain what that is, because it makes no sense.
Please.
So if you guys have ever been to Creep LA, they started a couple years ago. Have you ever been?
I haven't.
It's great. It's just like an interactive haunted house, which I personally like love the interactive stuff as opposed to just like the Universal Studios where you like walk through. I mean, I'll go to that, but like I prefer the ones where they like get in your face and you have like a little story like you follow. It's cool. So that's what Creep LA does. And so every year they do one that's a different theme. And so this year is House of Creep, which is I love it. It's like a play on the Instagram museum, but it's like twisted. So there's one little exhibit where I haven't been yet. I'm going in a couple weeks, but there's supposedly a exhibit where there's like a phone on a little pedestal, and if you pick up the phone, then you'll hear me tell you a story. It's just like a pre-recorded like little thing.
That is pretty cool. I love that.
I've been wanting to be a part of Creep LA for like so many years, so I'm just like really happy that like it happened.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So that's cool. If you guys go to Creep LA, make sure you find that. And then also, are you doing any other panels at LA Comic-Con?
Oh, yes. Yes, I am. So I am also doing later that same day, so you could visit us in the morning, and then right after that, depending on when, 10 a.m., 11 a.m., at 1 p.m., I will be at So You Want a RPG panel. And this is the second or third time that I'm doing this now. We've previously done it at WonderCon, and then I believe we did it at San Diego Comic-Con. And what we do is we cover how do I get started in RPG gaming? What should I know? How do I get friends to come over? How do I schedule this? What should we focus on? What are the genres that we should do? How do I do game mechanics? How do I make sure that I have a varied and populated world and I'm not just being stereotypical with my NPCs and or being offensive without meaning to? All of these things we cover in the So You Want an RPG panel. So yeah, that'll be at 1 p.m. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm all for just giving people as much information as possible to make the best decisions that they can make for themselves. So
When you say RPG, do you mean stuff like Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh, indeed. I'm sorry. RPG is role-playing games. So it's everything from like Lasers and Feelings, for instance, that John Harper was the person that originated that. That is a one-sheet, and that means that it is an RPG game that you literally just have to have one sheet to read to be able to then do the game. It's 10 Candles, which is a beautiful horror RPG game, which I did that for 8 months with Hyper RPG. So, I mean, that's on YouTube. I do recommend 10 Candles, Hyper RPG. We do the horror thing. It's pretty awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. For other panels that I'm doing, and then on Sunday, I'm doing, I believe it's with fandom, because that's what I wrote down in my calendar, but it's all about live events and incorporating your fandom into live streams and live events and channeling. And that is going to be 12 p.m. on Sunday. I will have an actual like graphic that I will put up on my Twitter, and I will also do that on my Instagram if you're interested. So yeah, follow me on.
Yes, right there. It's right there. There's no excuse. Cool. I have one other panel on that Saturday for Paranormal Caught on Camera. So the panelists are kind of split between LA and New York. So this is going to be with all the LA panelists on the show.
Excellent.
I have no idea like what it's going to be. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, because that's next week. So you kind of start worrying about that on like Tuesday or Wednesday of next week.
I know. Next week I'm going to be like, what are we going to talk about for an hour, guys? Like, what? It'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I've never been to LA Comic Con. Or maybe I did when it was called something else.
It was,
what was it called?
Stan Lee's Comic Con.
No, then I...
it was called Kamikaze.
Okay, no.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean... Yeah.
We got another super chat.
Oh, hello, super chat. Sweet Potato Shay, Markeia. You spelled my name right. Yay. Markeia, for those that are like, wait, how do you spell it? Do you happen to have any family in the Caribbean, and have they told you any horror stories? Actually, no, I don't believe I have any family in the Caribbean. I would have to ask about that, but my family is, we're kind of split between Black American, which tends to be up the East Coast, some spots in Oklahoma, and, up the, a couple of spots on the West Coast, and First Nation, actually. So, yeah, but as far as Caribbean is, I don't believe I have family there, but you know what? I will check and make sure. But as a active family that I see at family reunions, I have not run into Caribbean people. I kind of understand with that question, because like a number of people are like, oh, so where are you from, kind of a thing. I literally look like I'm from almost everywhere, so it's okay. Don't worry about placing me.
She's all races.
I'm just all of them in one.
You're the future.
And so are you.
We're the future. That's where we're from. We're from the future, guys. So it is 6:05.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I mean, that was a proper fan hour. Yeah. People are asking about lipstick. This is Techno Pagan.
It's great. I love it.
Thank you. They're vegan. So
nice. Yeah. Is it non-transferable, or does it like kind of come off easily?
Ooh. It comes off. It comes off a little bit. Just a little bit. So, but yeah, I mean, that was a proper fan hour. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we haven't covered, or questions that we haven't really answered for this week. I think
we got it all.
Cover the stuff. Would you ever Ouija board? No. That is a big old no. I don't understand why people do that. I'll come out and say that. Don't do that.
It's so bad. I know. I used to have a live stream where I had people come in, and then we would like have people ask questions, and then we'd like answer on the Ouija board. But the thing is, like, because to me, the way I view it, because I definitely used to be unbelievably horrified by them, but like I feel like to me it's like, well, we're not like doing it properly. We're not like I don't know. I feel like it has to do with, like, intention. So I don't feel like us just, like, doing it for my stream in itself is going to be a negative thing. I feel like if we go in intentionally being like, all right, if anything is in my house, like, come hang out with us. Like, I don't know. I did have a friend come over one time, and she was like, do you ever, like, see things in your house? I'm like, don't even. I was like, don't even, because I'm pretty sure she saw something and was like, I was just wondering. I'm like, don't even bring that up.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything.
No! I'm moving. I'm just kidding. I mean, I've already, like, come to terms with the fact that I've probably brought a bunch of shit in this house, but, like, I regularly am like, okay, just, clean myself and leave me alone. We all exist in harmony in here. You guys can hang out here, just don't bother me.
Oh man. Yeah, I haven't Ouija board since I had a very bad experience. It was years ago. We're talking like 2014, and yeah, no, I was cured of any way, shape, or form. It's like, nope. There's it's literally one of those things like you couldn't pay me any amount of money because you know what? I can't take it with me. So no. Yeah. It just wasn't worth the aftermath.
Yeah. Okay. And I think another thing is, I think it also does depend on the people who are doing it too. And for some reason, I just don't think it, like.
Hey, witches good.
But that might change. I don't know. I might mess with it too much.
We don't know.
That changes. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to everybody who stuck around until the end. Just a quick reminder, Markeia's little socials.
Yep.
They're right here.
They're right there. There they are.
And then mine are right there.
Right here.
Cool. So any last words before I kill you? Apparently.
What are you about to do? Yeah, I mean, you can follow me up there and in all of those places. Oh, well, at least the first two. I have my upcoming schedule for stuff. Actually, no, the fourth one. Okay, just the Twitch one I'm working on. Okay, the rest of them are good. Keep sending your story ideas to SomethingScary@Snarled.com. Because we love them and we're all, horror babies together.
Horror babies!
We are.
Horror babies! That should be the theme song of Something Scary now.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you want to just, like, say bye to, like, the usernames that stick around?
Yes. And then also, once again, thank you for the people that were giving warm welcome and everything to me. This is a new job for me, so it does feel good to have, I guess, kind of like my coworkers, my audience. I don't know, like my dark darlings. It feels good to know that you are enjoying what I'm doing. So that's
because
nice.
You're doing a great job, and you should feel like that.
Thanks, boss. It feels good to hear your boss tell you that. Okay, so bye, Miss Raina V and Javelin Yago. There's a lot of names. Alpha Minor, Huao, Catalina Cheetah, Killer KC, Kazukuta-kun. There's a lot. Back at you, Buckaroo. Hey again.
Love that username. Mini Mobs, Smith, Grim Shadow, Kirsten Johnson, Gar4, Courtney the Loser. Remember you. Asian guy, I like that. Adriana Alexander, and Zyra
Luna.
All
Maya
right.
Morales.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.